I'm 15 years old. I live in Simi Valley, California. I love to play lacrosse and football, and I have 3 brothers and sisters. What I had was a very rare disease called a spinal AVM, and the AVM stands for arterial venous malformation, which is a cluster of blood vessels in my spinal cord that steals blood away from my spinal cord and is very sensitive to the point where if it tears, that blood spills out, which leads to intense pain and paralysis. The night of the incident, I had some flu symptoms. I wasn't feeling too well. I had like a stomach ache and stuff, so I didn't end up going to football practice that night. I came home, I just kind of went to bed, didn't really want to do anything, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and I started throwing up. My entire body, mostly my back right away, started to erupt in pain. And right after that went away, it started shooting through my arms and my whole body, and it was the most unbearable pain I've ever felt. It felt like somebody had lit my skin on fire, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs, which made my parents come upstairs to get me, and they panicked as well. We ended up having to go to the emergency room, and they had no idea what was wrong with me either. But at that point, I had gone through complete paralysis. I was in a wheelchair because I couldn't move. I could barely move my arms, and my legs were pretty much useless. They told us that the procedure was very risky and very sort of something that they did not want to have to do. The main doctor told me that he had a colleague out in Arizona that he had worked with that was more familiar with this field and had done this a couple more times than he had, and that it might be a better idea if we went out there because he would probably feel more comfortable doing it and it would probably be a lot better results. I just want them to know that, in a sense, I owe them my life. They did everything that they could when it seemed like nothing could be done, and they gave me my life back, and they did an incredible job. They made me feel comfortable, they made me feel great, and they got me back going up to where I am now, and as you can see now, I'm back to normal almost. I'm playing lacrosse. Well, I'd really just like to thank not only my parents for being there with me the whole time, but the great nurses and the staff at the hospital, and the nurses that helped me with my physical therapy through all of that, the newscasters and the news reporters that came to visit me and were so kind to me throughout the entire time. My wishes for Barrow's future is that they just keep doing what they're doing and they keep saving lives and keep doing, in a sense, what God's work is. They keep helping people and keep giving people their lives back.